Think I love you, baby girl. Then again.
Hello. As you can see, our data is right here. You have these nice touchy spinny discs that you can use as our data, our database.
I just wanted to make sure that you know this is NetTixx, not Netflix. I know you watch a lot of Netflix. Alright? You Netflix and chill, right?
The fonts,
right?
The fonts.
Yeah,
The fonts.
I'm not even to say.
I hope you don't. What is going on, everybody? This is Zach and Bro, but formerly I am known as Kevin Fuqua, and welcome to our Team Q4 Incorporated NetTixx database presentation. Here we're going to talk about how we are incorporating our new database system that is going to recreate the NetTixx ticketing service, in which we are able to make easier and simpler fields to allow the user to input and update their information easily without, us coming into the background, which we have different positions for. So again, this is by Team Q4, IST 210, Professor Middle. I know you're watching right now. And our different group members within our Team Q4 database construction team. I am the project manager. I'm responsible of making sure that all team members are responsible and on duty with whatever projects and other things surrounding the database are completed. Here we have our database administrator, our programmer, and our database analysis. So introduce yourself.
So basically, I'm the database administrator. My name is Hakeem. My job is basically to work on the database, make sure all the software and the equipment is up to date, configuring the database to make sure it performs well and doesn't cause any violation, and also to ensure that the security of the database is intact.
Cool. Next we have our data insurance, quality insurance, and data analysis.
Well, my name's Steven Stahl. I was our data analyst, as Kevin said. My job was to simulate our data that was going to be put into our tables and see what we needed to incorporate into this system for it to work correctly as we wanted.
My name is John Zhou. Also, you guys can call me Paul. I'm the programmer of this project, and my job is to constructing the program of the database and make sure it's reliable.
All right, so now that we have all the roles set in, let's go ahead and talk about the requirements that we needed to follow for this project. So we had to recreate this entire database that was previously made with structured query language, also known as SQL. And within our database, we wanted to make a ticketing service and create a plan to construct a more efficient database in which the user can purchase tickets without it being such a hassle or hard to do, since many people like to go out and purchase tickets by themselves online. And as our own requirement, you're watching YouTube video right now that we are recording. And again, storing and updating information is what makes the database a database. And so what we wanted to do for the consumer is make a movie ticketing purchasing method in which, particular movies they're watching can be kept in archives and kept in transactions that they can go back and look at and see how much they paid for. And use that for data retrieval. For Team Q4's deliverables, we have the developmentation of the database revolving around NetTixx ticketing service again, and continuously updating the model by implementing different relationships, different attributes contained with that, and following business rules that work together in our ticketing service. Again, we're trying to make this more easier for the users, like a better user interface, and we're working to be a qualitative corporation. Next, we have our project management. We are working with 5 different tables that Paul here will follow up with our programming. Project management revolves around collaborating with different individuals with different tasks in order to come up with an outcome or execute a plan to theoretically finish a database or finish a project that could be servicing to millions of people. Theoretically, one person cannot just run an entire database. I can't run it all by myself. I need these guys here. He's smiling, he's cool, even though he does all the programming, he does everything to make sure that the user gets the interface and gets the information that they need. And again, establishing trust to our customers and integrity to our customers will make our database trustworthy.
Hey guys, I'm the programmer of this project, and my job is to create the tables, these 5 tables for our project, to make sure that the user can insert their information, and also that we can just look at the information and update the information if we need it. With next time, we're going to show you guys our ERD diagram is the normalization form. The reason we put it in the normalization form first is because we want the non-programmer to understand how our table is going to work. And the next one is our ERD form, which is for the programmer to see how exactly it works and what's the primary key and the foreign key in this table to make sure that the table works well and that all the information can be inserted correctly.
And going back to what Paul was saying too with our normalization form, so here we have a normalization form in the 3rd normalization form, Within this form, we have all the different tables within the database being divided up, shrunk down, and taking out the partial dependencies and transitive dependencies that are a part of it. So it makes it easier and concise for the information that's given.
Okay, now I need to pass these slides for our database administrator, Hakim here.
Sorry. So today my point is to talk about my job is to ensure that any information that we store in the database is easy to be achieved just in case something would have happened, like natural disaster,
So hurricane.
hurricane or flood or you name it.
My dog ate my homework. My dog ate my computer.
Back up your database
Into just
Because
more than one hard drive. Because
you-
if you have it all in here, then and if it gets wiped out, if it gets a flood, if there's a snowstorm, you can't retrieve your data, then all of that information that you have from different users are all gone.
I
Time to start over.
apologize. Kevin is like he loved being in the spotlight. What we're first gonna do is a hot backup, which means that this backup contains the most recent data that was being stored. Cold backup, which really doesn't contain the most recent, but is something that probably backed up every week or twice a week, but not constantly being backed up. We also have the cloud saving, which allow us to access the data from any location in the world. Security and reliability. So basically my job is also to ensure that the database is secure. We can do this since we storing PII, which also stands for personal identifiable information, and sensitive personal information, which is SPI. We have to ensure that these type of information do not get into the wrong hand using secure socket layer or SSL on all connection, which mean all connection between the server and the database will be encrypted and secured just in case there's no interception, and if there actually is an interception of the data, it will be encrypted and read only. Another level of security will be encrypting all data in AES 256. The normal standard is 128. We stepped it up to 256 so to make it more difficult for hackers in case a hacker actually do get their hand on the database. Our last step will be the web application firewall, or the WAF, to ensure the database and notification of any possible hacker and attempt to the database.
As you can see, judging by our graphs that we have on the table, so many more people are using and buying objects online using credit cards, and that toward judging by why we made this database so people could buy their movie tickets online instead of having to go into a store or have them shipped. I don't know if they'd even do that anymore. So the first figure you saw shows our growth of online payments. 2010, not the most recent, but it's close. And as you can see, credit card sales were going up. Well, not sales, but purchases. And wireless payment is growing faster than what we expected for today, and it's needed for more security. In a market where we have to keep all these people's information, we can't afford to have it get leaked out or stolen. It'll damage our reputation. In our database, our users will only be able to access their own information, whereas people like our programmer Paul, he will have access to the majority of the database, seeing as he needs to manipulate it, change tables. See, our budget for this project we settled on around $100,000. We figured that would be a good starting budget as a startup company. We are broke, we're college students. And so the budget was divided into our crucial responsible parts that we needed to be done. You know, networking, actually creating the database.
And again, with $100,000, dividing the job opportunities for each employee being established into Team Q4,
Yep.
we are allowed to develop and divide and separate that money into the different departments of our database. So
Exactly.
dividing that will make it crucial for each responsibility of the personnel to start constructing the database and have a great outcome.
As we can see here, all we need to do is just put the SQL program into the Oracle. So now we create the table first, and then we will show all the query of the table. And the next step we need to do right now is insert our sample information. This time we use our own information as a sample to insert into the table so that we can see and we can check what information was put in and what information is needed and what information can be updated. When the users use the table, we Kevin, Hakeem, Steven, and me, we are the only group of people that have the privilege to update the new information. For the rest of the new user or the old user, they can only check their own information for personal and in their own field.
Lastly, here again with our inserts, we have our movie payment project deliverables here. So those things being our numbers, our movie ID, or ticket ID, how many tickets that we will be buying. So for our sample data here, we have only buying one. And we left our policy null because maybe the user would like to know about our policies here at Team Q4, or how we establish everything, how we work as a team to give users and give customers the ability to purchase tickets efficiently. Here I also have a select statement for movie ID and from statement, because you're selecting it from the movie ID from the movie payment project table, and it displays to you all of the movie IDs that are within our database. And we leave a commit statement as well, saved and is completely backed up.
So our major project milestones, we obviously had our midterm evaluations, our SQLs and ERDs due, our project drafts, and obviously the completed final and the wonderful project you're watching right now.
Woo!
Indicate what needs to be done, where to start, and the beginning of the documentation of the project.
January 30th, 2017.
Analyze the requirement needed for the project and what method will be effective on making a trustworthy database.
Weeks of February 6th, 2017 to February 27th, we continue meeting up 2-time week basis to see the progress that we're making on our project and documentation and start developing our database.
Should I just read it?
Yeah.
In weeks of March 6, 2017 to March 27th, we finalized the design process of the whole project and then begin to experimenting and complementing of the requirements of the database management systems.
In the weeks of April 3rd, 2017, Avi, and April 25th, we prepared our presentation, we began filming and editing our video, and then we present to the class our finished project.
So that's about it for our database management system. This is Team Q4. We are green, we are lucky, and we make sure that the database is fully developed and created in a great, optimized manner. Thank you guys for watching. This is Kevin Fogel.
This is Paul, that's Steven.
And Hakeem.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
My YouTube channel is the and don't forget to
On Twitter, go to @JustCallMeKeem. Please subscribe.
thank you guys for watching so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Now comes the tedious part of our presentation.
Yes. You can't control me, Paul.
No control V. Paul.
I forgot. Calm down.
Piece of stall.
Screen recorder. Where it at?
I don't know.
Got a little weight on you, man.
Yeah.
My mouse is all the way down here, man. Is that the video?
No.
I don't get it.
What is going on, everybody? This is
Create a SQL tables for the our entity relationship diagrams.
This is, as you can see with our graphs, a lot more people nowadays judging by.
It's okay, man.
She put it down and she make it pop. Oh, how your boy so cold in the summer with the wrist so froze. Top back.